thank you for coming back and watching my videos. If you have anything to say after you watch this one, take a look down in the comments and let it all out. Of course, subscribe and like if you also enjoy the content. Yahoo News Japan, which is still big in Japan. Yahoo is still big in Japan. In the US, not so much. But here we go. I have an interesting article on business practices in the VTuber world. Covers FTC violation is used as the backdrop for the conversation. This is the original. Here is something I was able to get. HoloX violation of Subcontract Act is just the tip of the iceberg. According to the announcement, Cover made a total of 243 unfair practices, etc., etc. Cover became the target of criticism. They called it subcontractor bullying. Let's see what here. Komashiro, illustrator who was in charge of the design of HoloX talents, he posted about the case in a series of posts. He said he was not trying to protect Cover, but I honestly think it's a bit strange because Cover is doing things properly. There are a lot of things about the company's instructions that are not done properly. Violate the Subcontract Act. I'm trying to say subcontractor bullying. There are some things that were done properly and some things that weren't done properly. Surprised that Cover was really easy to work with. There's an anonymous one saying, surprised that Cover was really easy to work with. Other companies are worse. I didn't think it would become such a big deal. So yeah, people are saying that Cover, yes, there were some issues of, payments, trying to get things done quickly, etc., etc. But of all the companies out there, as this TLDR says here, artists feel it was way overblown and they feel other companies in the VTubing sphere are the real problem. Cover pays up to several times more than Company Y, which we know who it is. It's Company Y or Company A or Company N, whichever one you want to call it. We all know who they are. For similar projects and are relatively easy to work with. The writer of the article focuses on Company Y and interviews artists and former employees. Artists feel that Company Y is cheap and refuses to pay for revisions. They feel like the company treats them as expendable. They also feel that Company Y exploits the fact that some of the artists are fans of their VTubers in order to pay them even less money. Former employee of Company Y, who was also interviewed, says the employees feel pressure to stay within budget and start making decisions on their own, to not give artists proper compensation so their bosses don't get mad at them. I am very inclined to believe that this Company Y is Nijisanji. This may just be my own biases showing, so I will mark it as my own biases showing. Truth is, we mostly already expected this. The fact that people focused on Cover was not because it was a big issue, but because Cover put itself on focus by addressing the situation and apologizing, which is something we wouldn't have seen from Company Y or Nijisanji into the public as soon as a law was made about it. But people shouldn't make anyone suspicious as any color not apologizing, considering what has been revealed. Considering that we know how bad Nijisanji is, considering we know how bad they have been to their talents in the past, I'm surprised they didn't do this. Very much so, Cover was the only really in hot water for the delay in paying for revisions. Exactly, not mistreatment, just they delayed the payments. They paid eventually. They did pay, but they delayed it because they wanted the revisions to be finished. That was against the Subcontractor Act, and they ended up paying penalties for it, and they were fine paying penalties for it. The implicit message is that they did pay the artist in full for the actual contract. They just paid late for the extras. There was a reason the actual fees Cover had to pay in regards for the incidents were sort of cheap, and the report obviously says the incidents had already been resolved by the time the report came out. People using it as Cover doesn't pay their artist didn't read the entire thing. Like, I never put it as Cover didn't pay their artist. I always put it as Cover delayed, because that's what it was. It was basically saying they did this. They took months, they put extras, then they took months for the extras to be done. Only when the extras were done did they actually end up paying. Most of the time, that doesn't happen. You pay when the contract is done. If you want any extras, you pay extra for them. And they did eventually, but they got penalties for taking a long time to do it. That's what it was. And here we go. Interesting take. I'm down to research in spare time. A lot of points left here need to be taken into consideration. Company-wise actions may be familiar too, but we have a lot of dubious agencies to go through. So it could be 910 Inc. It could be a lot of other agencies. But if they're talking about like for like, the only agency that's around the same size as Hololive that could be put in here is Nijisanji, of course. And this is, like I said, not a defense. Well, I'm saying this now, even if I didn't say it before. Not a defense of Cover. Cover and Hololive have made many mistakes, and I have been vocal about it. And I've gotten a lot of hate for being vocal about it. Because people are telling me, oh, why don't you focus on Nijisanji? I do enough of that. I also want to make sure to keep other good companies that I actually, am a supporter of. Like, I actually put a lot of effort into supporting, like Hololive and such. And, other ones like Idol, like, I don't want Idol to be bad. I don't want Pixelink to be bad. I don't want all those. I support all those agencies. I want them to be good. And I want them to do better because I know they can. And the fact that Hololive, Cover, Yago was like, I apologize for this. I will make it better. I believe that they will. Unlike Nijisanji. Good news for music fans. We have Takane Lui and Ren Zotto, which both have amazing voices. they are doing 2 different covers together. The reason why I say it's 2 different covers, even though it seems like it's only one, because if you look at the kanji, I think it's kanji, it's different. They're different words. Different words! No, yeah, different words mean different, of course, different ones. And here you go, of course, directly from their channels, just to show you proof that it isn't modified or a change in any way. Here is Ren Zotto and Lui cover here. Their first one here, and here is the other one on Ren Zotto's channel. My guess is that they're doing one song was supposed to be meant for Ren Zotto's channel, the other song is meant only for Takane and Lui's channel. I don't know, some kind of arrangement thing like that. A lot of people may be wondering, how the heck did they get into contact with each other? I believe Ren Zotto ended up going to Japan for a specific thing, you know, project that they do. I think it might have been during, some people are saying it might have been during Niji Fest, might have been during other moments, but they met in Japan from what everyone is saying, and I believe it says it down here too. It says, we don't really keep up with him too much. Shows somewhat often, about every 2 weeks approximately. He doesn't stream as much as others, so it's kind of weird to see, but kind of cool. Very shocked expression. Ever since more random duo, because, you know, they don't, the thing is, it seems very random to people because they don't actually interact very much on Twitter. They don't interact very much on YouTube, as in like having collabs together or anything like that. It doesn't seem like, at least. So it's like, it's a strange thing. But as you know, both Nijisanji, Anycolor, and Hololive cover end up doing a lot of collabs together because they're 2 big agencies, and whether or not they are direct competitors, it is good for the fandom for them both to be doing something together. It's huge for Ren. Not only is he getting a cover with a Holo girl, but a JP girl no less. Who doesn't love Luine? Ren has it in the bag this year. Really glad for him. Mostly stayed out of trouble, even against his sister, Super Chad. Yeah, that's one of the things, like, that's one of the reasons I'm putting it out here. He's not one of the quote-unquote troublesome people. Even if there are quote-unquote troublesome people, if there's an actual success that they brought about, I still want to show it to you guys. Didn't expect it. They said went to Japan recently for Niji Fest, and there's many interactions from Ren and Niji JP talents, praising him for his voice and dedication to music. Somewhere around there, there was probably either someone got them in contact with each other, or maybe someone just recommended, hey, Ren, maybe you could see if Nijisanji can pull some strings and get you a collab with someone in Hololive. You know, things happen behind the scenes that we have no clue about. This is all, of course, conjecture, because, or rats, or whatever you want to call it, because I don't have actual proof of where they got into contact with each other, but obviously they did, and now they have 2 different covers going for each other. Fluffenfox was Pochiwanmaru back in the Idol days when she was part of Idol EN. You know, she moved on to new things and new experiences. And she is, of course, doing her best in making sure that her content is what she enjoys. So here we go. This is going to be a little bit of a long one, and it's going to mention some deep subjects, so just, of course, be advised of that. Hi, I try to make it short, but it's still a bit to read. I have not been okay for a very long time now. And oh boy, let me tell you, it has not been fun. 2022 to 24 has been honestly very difficult, and I'm still struggling. Hopefully 25 will be much kinder. I'm not sure what to say other than I've finally taken steps to get help now, and I'm hopefully have a better understanding soon. Hope I can function on a more regular level, but it will take time. It has effed me up quite a bit. Things have sucked a lot, and some of it has only served to exacerbate everything, as I couldn't do anything and felt hopeless. Like no one would or could understand what I was going through. A lot happened publicly, despite being much of it being private for NDA reasons, like the whole Idol EN thing, which has not been great. With people inserting themselves without actually knowing anything, unfortunately, I probably will never be able to talk about it. I can't change the past. I can't stop others from spreading toxicity. I always try to spread positivity when it comes to Fluffenfox, because even when they were Pochiwanmaru, they didn't do anything wrong. It was just misunderstandings with the management, and of course, management was bad before, really bad before, in Idol EN. I can't fix what's been broken, but I miss everyone, and I think I can find a healthy balance without throwing it all away. Dealing with this kind of attention has been very tough, and I've wanted to be left alone for the most part. I'm sure I've disappointed, put off, and confused a lot of people because of my own indecisiveness and insecurities. I'm sorry for that. I've had very little guidance and have had to figure lots of stuff out myself. There are times I have wanted to disappear completely from how I've been treated, but for what it's worth, I want to continue streaming here, and there has been a fun side to everything, even if it's slower and more casual way. I will likely be returning in February. One thing I'd like to try is more art. I bought some books and have been studying. I will be experimenting and taking commissions. For the sake of my mental health, I have to do things differently, and I don't expect people to stay, especially because I might not be able to be consistent. Admittedly, I have a low battery and need a lot of time to recharge. Understandable, of course. I've irreversibly deleted a lot of things from my socials, but I should be able to build it back up. I'm not here to impress anyone or to force the whole content creation thing onto myself anymore, as it's been more of a negative experience for me. So she had some burnout from what I understand, and also some negative psychological hits too. I try to please everyone and it only burnt me out in the end. I will still make some things, but if I do want to do it mostly for myself now. But that's good. I mean, mostly for themselves from now on is very good. I'll keep going at my pace. Your kindness has helped me a lot, even in times where I could only see the negative. If you thought of reaching out before, now would be a lovely time, as I'm a pretty lonely person and I could use any support I can get. I want to meet genuine people. Wet Fox Nose Kiss. And I wrote here a bit of a longer one. I said, remember that you do not ever have to apologize for taking care of yourself and taking it slower because of that. You have been through a lot, and you deserve to take things at your own pace. I am really happy that we'll still be able to see you occasionally and in your own pace and things like that. That's what I wrote. Rima said, I'm so glad to be able to see you here and there. I hope you get to do what you love at your own pace while finding joy in new hobbies. I hope so too. Sounds like a new beginnings for a new year. Everybody is saying positive things, which is amazing, which is what she deserves, because she has been an amazing creator from what I have seen. Adora from Vols had to end up apologizing for something that she put out. Let me just show you exactly what was happening. Here we have Vols says, thank you for your ongoing support of Vols and our talents. We deeply apologize for the inappropriate content. As our agency, we take responsibility for the lack of oversight and will work with our talents to prevent this from happening again. By what they just wrote here, you would think that she said something either, against a certain nationality, against a certain race, against a certain ethnicity, or sexual identity, or anything like that, gender identity, or anything like that, or orientation. No, she didn't do that. What she did was this. Hey, what are these? I found them in your cabinet. It's a fertility pill things. Remember, it was a meme that went around a while back. The whole fertility pill meme that was done with many different VTubers, many different people involved. It was something that was done by a lot of different VTubers. It was not something that was meant to hurt anyone else. And like this guy is saying, why are you making a big deal of this? They're making a big deal of it because, of course, they're catering to the lowest common denominator, which are the people that will be snowflakes about things like this and be extremely angry about very simple stuff. And I don't agree with it being like that. Like, I don't agree with the feel that they need to apologize. Like right here it says, I'd like to formally apologize for one of my tweets that I posted earlier. Time of posting, my intentions were simply to join in on a popular meme trend that was popular a few months ago. But I had unknowingly hurt some people by posting it. Probably very, very few, to be honest with you. Because I haven't seen anything. I looked around before I posted this. I haven't seen very many people be angry at this. And I'm sorry for hurting anyone who came across the tweet. I'll be conscientious about and do better in the future. That's one of the disadvantages of being in a large agency. You just see a couple of people here and there being angry about things. And then, you have to apologize and you have to be like, oh my God, and you have to pretty much almost be canceled. If I followed that rule, I would have not been streaming or making any kind of videos a month in after I started. I have so much hate on me and I have so much of that type of stuff on me that if I actually gave into it, you wouldn't be seeing any more videos of me. Because holy moly, people actually want me gone from the earth in some cases. It's just really bad. It can get really bad. And agencies like Vols do it to try to keep their PR up and, looking good and all that kind of stuff. But even Pippa was like, you did nothing wrong, because they saw the tweet, they saw what happened, and they're like, yeah, there's nothing wrong here. Other people were responding here. It says you didn't do anything wrong. As someone who with endometriosis and fertility concerns, your meme was funny and not offensive. Some people want to be butthurt over silly things. I hear you, I see it. I don't think you did anything wrong. Seemed like a cute meme. Didn't do anything wrong, Adora. Thank you, Umi. Thought it was cute and relatable. I have baby fever and I found it sweet. I'm happy you found it sweet. Thank you. Basically, a lot of people are like, what the heck? It's just a couple. Just a very few, small minority of people that are like that. And like I said, if you give in to these people, holy moly, they'll take a victory lap and then they'll still bother you if you ever come back. If you guys remember from a previous video, a while back when it was first announced, Wintaura is a big situation happening with, of course, GX Aura of Opera GX. And she wanted to do this concert since June. She was planning it and having it done. It was going to be a charity concert, which it was very successful. Says, thank you so much for coming. It was a big success. Hope you enjoyed all the videos and MCs. Thank you everyone who participated. You all worked so hard and I'm incredibly grateful for you taking this time to work on this. And thank you to Zed for editing the MC segments, Narcy for the logo, and Melon Bread for the illustration. If you missed it, there will be a rebroadcast on Monday along with some Aura 2024 double feature. The dono link will stay open till next week. My heart is so full right now. Thank you for enjoying the concert and see you at some Aura 2025. So as you can see, there were a ton of VTubers involved in this, and it was all for an amazingly good cause. And here you go, people singing. Wintaura, everybody involved in it, everybody having a good time. It was good. It was good. It was fun. And of course, Kawa Entertainment says 100% of the profit from Aura's merch have been donated to the Great Ormond Street Hospital Children's Charity. Happy holidays. If you're able to give a little this year, please consider donating as well. What are we talking about? All the proceeds. It's £2,000, I believe that's British pounds, 76.95, and that is the profits, which means after they get, the regular costs, everything that they gained on top of that, they made no money off of the GX Aura drop. They just donated it to the Tiltify link. And of course, Wintaura was trending because it was an amazing thing. Thank you for showing me this. Love ya, Aura in winter, for real. And then you go to the Tiltify link, which is at 47.58 out of the full £5,000 that they want to cover. And that is amazing overall. Let me just show you the actual concert, the actual little bits of it that I can for Wintaura. Parts have been muted, of course, as always happens, because of expectations of the music.
Hi. Merry Christmas to those who celebrate and such.
The song was fully muted, by the way. This is fully muted.
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history.
Yo, Feliz Navidad.
Apple-bottom jeans,
A new one.
the boots with the fur.
Oh, that's a new one.
Shawty had the whole damn club looking straight at her.
Baggy sweatpants. Reeboks with the straps.
That is creative. That is creative. Of course, that's very creative. I love that. I love when people can get creative with songs that way. I actually have to try that one day. We'll see about that. We'll see if I can do that. But congratulations to GX Aura for doing this and having fun, as everyone else did, and of course for doing it for charity for a good cause. Happy 6-month anniversary to Justice and their growth during the 6 months. And just like that, it is their half anniversary, and they're considering it a half anniversary as it says there. Not their full anniversary, but a half anniversary. Their growth, so I'm proud of 6 months. It's like basically they've all grown a lot. I've covered Justice a lot. I've covered all the girls a lot. They already did this. They did this as of me recording this 3 hours ago. So it is, of course, very wonderful to see them pop up and be able to do this for everyone who's a fan.
Anniversary in between them is crazy.
Yeah.
So much awesome things going on.
Just Chads are now 6 months old.
You can start walking now. What's your first words gonna be?
What are your first words gonna
What's
be?
the first word?
What are your
Just
first
chat.
words, babies?
Just Chads. Just Chads.
I'm gonna
Oh,
randomly
they played a
choose
game.
this
Ah,
one.
nice.
Well, swing doesn't make any sense.
Use letters to spell the longest word you can before time
What
runs
the
out. Just ignore any blood on the letter.
Wow.
What was the last one?
Oh god, I have
That's
no
great.
idea.
Optimus Prime.
She always does that. That is the best Optimus Prime impression I have ever heard. Let's see if they have any announcements near the end. They are just announcing their looks like the merch.
Oh my gosh.
Merch is coming out really soon.
Yeah.
That was
Match is out in
Remember to
2
have
minutes,
that.
guys.
Yeah.
2
minutes.
2 minutes. The match.
Oh, right, Mitch is coming out.
Cards,
It
card
should be
holders,
candy.
When I remember when I picked up
dioramas,
some,
all these things. So of course they're having all that out there because merch is one of the big ways that they make money. Unlike another agency, Company A, they actually get a pretty good, from what I understand, something like 20 or 30% compared to Company A. At least it's pretty good. Split between merch that is made for them because of course Hololive has to cover a lot of what is, the costs and everything like that. So after the costs are covered, etc., they get, I think, 20 to 30% from what I understand, which is pretty darn good. Congratulations to the girls for having, and everyone who is in each and every one of their fandoms for the 6 months of being together. Order one for you guys. Mikkorone, as y'all know. Mikkorone is a big thing that's happening here for everyone to enjoy. And the Mikkorone, Mikodanya, and Kedama Korone will appear on tomorrow's Winter Comiket. If you're visiting the Winter Comiket, please come and see. And this was done on the 27th, so on the 28th is when it was shown on Winter Comiket. It's probably already over by now. By the time you guys see it, it's very much going to be over. But Winter Comiket is the winter comic market that happens in Tokyo, Japan, if I'm not mistaken. So they're going to be there. These people are going to be, this whole thingy is going to be there. And I believe at Winter Comiket, they're also going to be having like a recreation of the set, the quote-unquote set for Mikkorone. They're going to have an actual recreation at Comiket, I believe, or Comic Matsuri, one of those two places. They're going to have it, basically. It's going to be a fun time for all. It is crazy how quick time passes. Gen 4 has been around for 5 years. Watame, Kanata, Toa, Luna, and Kiryu Koko. They were all there. They've all been around. Well, Kiryu Koko has been gone for several years now. They decided to take a time off and decided to leave and go off on their journey. But the rest of the girls have been there for 5 years. And of course, Gen 4 is always going to be 5. So happy 5th anniversary. Can't wait to continue watching and supporting. Omedeto, Smiling Sheep, Absolute Sheepnema, and Sheep Cinema. Happy 5th anniversary. We love you, Watame. Don't forget to check the stream. She has coming up later on. And here is the stream that did happen, actually, for her specific 5th anniversary, which is today. So Gen 4 is also going to be celebrating that very soon, but it was specifically today for Watame. A game show.
やめろ。多分、あ、だよね、よかった。そうだ。武田なの？小室なの？やめろ、やめろ。
So she had fun. She had fun with Fubuki, Subaru, Flare, and Shishiro Botan in all their cute little outfits that they have. Botan on the right, I think, is the newest outfit that she has, newest design that she has, which is very, very cute. So, of course, congratulations, Watame, specifically for having your 5th anniversary today. Welcome back to the Vtuber Showcase, the place where I like to showcase up-and-coming VTubers of various sizes, shapes, forms, languages. Everyone is very welcome. I thank you for being here. Of course, I do this for being positive. I try to bring a positivity to the environment. There's a way too much negativity out there, and I try to bring a little bit of positivity wherever I can. So here we are with boomvtube channel, VTuber TH. I'm assuming that means Thai VTuber. Full name is Boomerang, former warship captain, now ship girl. There we go. Art, Boom at VFA, Live, Boom V Live, and Boom V Meme for the memes. And there we go. It's a YouTube channel, the only one they have linked so far. We're taking a look at the things that they have available for us of, thank yous and other clips. It's at Arma 3. Arma 3 always has some fun moments. Arma 3 always has some fun moments. But once again, thank you so much, boomvtube. And if anyone wants to see a Thai VTuber, here we are. Trying to show you guys, the little guys, the people who are trying to rise up. People are trying to make it out there. And thank you so much, boomvtube, for allowing me to showcase you. I do hope this helps get you some more eyes on your channel. Thank you so much for watching. That is all the news that we have for today. Please let me know down below if you want to know any more news or if you have any comments regarding anything that you saw here, which I will try my best to respond to. I love seeing your comments down below. Of course, as well, like and subscribe to the channel. That will give you more information every single day. I do 2 videos a day, so hopefully you enjoy.